So yes, it was a total dream working with Awkwafina and Sandra Oh. I'd worked with Sandra before, and obviously she can do anything, and I was a big fan of Awkwafina, not only for her comedy, but also for her, her acting chops. I mean, she's a very fine dramatic actor. So the idea of seeing them together was very appealing, and what was great is that there was such respect that was built between the two of them. So when they were on set, they connected in a way that was just completely authentic, and it was always exciting to see what they would come up with together. A little bit of improv here and there that was delightful. The only thing that was difficult was that Awkwafina just kept cracking up. She would just break all the time, and watching them laugh together, there's a part of you that's like, get through the take, and there's another part that's like, oh, I hope they start laughing, because it's really fun to watch. So Quiz Lady is about sisters Anne and Jenny. I also have a sister named Jennifer, so there were definitely some parallels there, and my own theory about siblings is that there's a way that you cannot be anybody but your childhood self with your sibling. So that's something that happens in this film. Anne thinks she's a grown-up. Jenny shows up, and all of a sudden they're squabbling like they're in 7th grade. So that was something that I felt was universal, and I loved bringing that relatable dynamic into the film. Sure. Well, yes, Will Ferrell, a legend. Also, one of the nicest people to work with ever. So, you know, he's producer on the film, and it turned out that he liked the idea of playing Terry McTeer and was available, so we were just super excited. What's great about him is that he's really collaborative, and he's ready to go, but he's also really calm, like calmly funny. Kind of like, to me, he's just Terry McTeer. Like, that's what how I see Will Ferrell now. But so having him there, I think, just elevated everybody's mood, and there was just like a lot of easy laughter on set. It was just delightful. So when we were shooting, I always believe in shooting what's scripted first. Jen D'Angelo wrote a wonderful script, so we would do that, and then we'd always leave some room to play. There'd always be a take where they could order off the menu, as I like to say. And so there was some gold that came from that, for sure. And it also kept the mood on set creative and loose. So yeah, there was definitely some shenanigans going on. Okay, so with Can't Stop the Quiz, the show that was invented for the film, we wanted to play off the idea of the traditional game show, which is about just, you know, facts and trivia, but we wanted to add an element where it's a little bit out of the comfort zone. And, you know, without giving too much away, there's a version of the last round where you need to call on a friend, and it's a very active role. So that was our idea, to try to bring the sisters together and to tie their fate in the game show together. And but it was really fun to try to figure out what that could be. And of course, Sandra and Awkwafina just nailed it. Okay, if anyone out there is gonna make a film with dogs in it, I highly recommend Pugs, because they are very chill. They just kind of can't be bothered, and especially if you have a role like Mr. Linguini, where it's scripted that he's so chill and so old that most of the time people think he's dead. And this pug, very method, just sit there and, you know, would just like lie there comfortably for hours. I'd say the one problem we had with Mr. Linguini, played by Crosby, very professional pug, is that sometimes he would just start snoring in the middle of a take. But, you know, that also was a fun part of the shoot.